Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. What about that drumming? Pretty impressive, isn't it? Yeah. Delighted to have everybody here tonight. My name is Daniel Lobb. I have the privilege of guiding you through tonight's celebration, which is a recognition of all the applicants who made this sort of final cut, putting forth these ideas about respect. As we begin tonight, would you imagine with me for just a moment a future in which the common currency that we exchange with one another is respect? That the way we treat each other is with decency, goodness, and kindness, and that's the norm. The good news is we don't have to imagine that. It's already here, and it's on the stage behind me tonight. Gathered here, we have the young people, our young people in Davie County, who have put forth these ideas. They really thought, how could I foster a greater expression of respect in my community? And so, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have the opportunity to hear those ideas. Are you excited? Are you guys excited? They didn't applaud like you did. We're excited for you, and we're eager to hear what you have to share tonight. So it's really a pleasure, and I should say, this program is now in its second year. Last year was the first or inaugural year of the Davie Respect Initiative. It's a challenge for youth aged 12 to 21 to put forth their ideas about respect. Last year was off to such a great start that it's been fun to follow the coattails of this program as it grows and evolves. I want to take a moment to recognize some of the applicants who were in last year's program whose ideas were selected by our panel. So if you were a recipient of the Davie Respect Initiative Award last year, would you kindly stand? Please give them a hand. So you can see one of them just couldn't get enough. She's back here with us tonight. She applied again, Maddie Rogers. We also have Kayla Roscoe. One of my objectives tonight is not to mix up her and her sister's name, Kayla and Caitlin. We have Jose Garcia, and we also have Sydney in the back. So glad to have you all here tonight. They put forth these ideas, and then they worked on them. They saw what they could do to bring them into fruition. So really neat. This project would not be possible without many, many volunteers who work tirelessly, both reviewing applications, getting the word out, doing whatever they can do to foster this project. So I would like to say a big round of applause for all of the volunteers, including the Davie County Chamber, including the Davie County Enterprise. We've had a lot of help. So if we could put our hands together in a round of applause for all of the volunteers who've made this project possible. One of the things that's unique this year in 2019 with everybody who's gathered up here on stage, all of the applications that came in, and if you're not familiar with it, there's an online application that a young person can fill out. It really requires them to put into detail what is their idea. How are they going to promote respect? What does it look like? What would be their first steps? It's not an easy process. They've got to really think it through and articulate their idea very carefully. So that application on the website that these young people applied to was then reviewed by a panel who had to look through it carefully, and the panel this year decided not only would they award 10 $1,000 checks to those winning ideas, but they would also make available up to $100 to cover expenses for those who were not included in that initial group of 10. So, and that was the initiative of the panel who decided to do that this year. So everybody who you see here on stage tonight has made that cut. They've put forth something that either the panel is going to say, yes, we think this is $1,000 a project that we're willing to support, or if not, we want to help you. If you have expenses, we'll fund up to $100 worth of that. So it's really a neat iteration that the panel has come up with this year. I'd like to recognize, before we go too much further, who those panelists were. So I'm going to call the panelists up, and if you'll just stand here in front of the audience, I would like to invite Regina Graham, if you would come right up front, Regina, and just stand right over here to the right. Regina is a curriculum consultant for schools in Davie County, both at elementary and middle school. I'd also like to ask Maria Gonzalez to come on up, if you would join us, Maria. Maria works both in the Davie and the Coolamy Library, new to the panel this year. Appreciate you stepping forward. Kayla Roscoe. Kayla was a winner of the 2018 Davie Respect Initiative, and she had such a great experience, she decided to get involved at the next level as a panelist. And Matt Settlemeyer, Matt, town manager for Moxville, been instrumental on the panel, and not here tonight. Regretfully, he cannot join us because of a travel commitment. Tawfiq Shahada. Tawfiq is the owner of Venezia Restaurant at 801 and 158. Do you know Venezia? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tawfiq has been very instrumental. He was also on the panel last year. These folks have done a lot of work. They have had the almost impossible task of looking at all of these great ideas and then wrestling with which ones are we going to select. So the labor of love that they put forward, we are very grateful. Thank you to our panel. So at this time, I'm going to ask Matt Settlemeyer, sir, if you would come and join me up on stage. Again, grateful to have his support and his participation in the Davie Respect Initiative, not just as a panelist, but really Matt is quite active in the community in a number of capacities.
I appreciate the time. I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. And I'll just be brief because we want to honor the young people who have been here and have worked so hard. I'm very proud of what we've done here and what these young folks have submitted in terms of their projects. I think, and I'll be brief here, but I think that respect is sometimes harder than kindness to others or service to your community. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than treating others as we want to be treated. Although that's valuable, and certainly that's part of respect. I think respect also requires that we treat others the way they want to be treated. And I'm proud of what the projects were that were submitted. I think they showed a lot of initiative. They exemplified a broad range of respect. So they showed self-respect. They talked about respect for their peers, respect for their elders, respect for those that put their lives on the line for our community. And I think those are things we can be proud of. Respect for the environment. There was a lot of a variety of projects here that we should be proud of. And I'm reminded, if you've been reading in the paper lately, in the Davie Enterprise, they have quotes that we've had from the community about respect, and people in the community have given their opinion about what they think respect is or what they think that it means. I'm going to give you an example of a quote from Mitch Albom. He is a sports writer from Detroit, and he maybe Tuesdays with Maury. If anybody ever read that, he's a great writer, and he had a quote about respect that said, "This is how you start to get respect, by offering something that you have." And I think that's important. I think that's what we see with these folks. They've shown their initiative, their passion, their commitment, and they've offered something that they have to broaden respect in Davie County. I think it's something that we can be proud of, and that they certainly should be proud of. I'm not only impressed with the projects that were turned tonight, I'm inspired by it, frankly, and I hope that when you hear the ideas that have come out with this project, that you'll be inspired too. And I think that when we walk out of here tonight, I hope that we all know that we can all take their initiative and their passion and carry that out into the community, and I hope we're all a part of that. Thank you.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Matt, thank you. Whether you are a parent of the young adult or a citizen in our community, I think each of us will walk out of here inspired by the quality of what we hear tonight. With that, wouldn't you like to hear directly from these young adults what their ideas are about? So, and believe me, they are more eager than you. I'm going to invite them to come up to the microphone and share with us a little bit about their idea. Everybody has a program. This program has got a very brief synopsis of what each of these individuals has put forward. But let's start out by inviting Annalise Walterman to come up to the microphone. Yes, ma'am, come right on up. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. So, Annalise, can you tell us a little bit about your project?
Hi, my name is Annalise, and my project is to spread positivity and kindness and change the way people think.
And you had this idea from where? Where did that come from?
Well, a lot of people today, they're negative and they think badly about people and just everything. So even me, myself, I've noticed that I am pretty negative, and I would like to change that in myself and help others.
And you're already starting your project, aren't you?
Yes.
You didn't wait for a green light from the panel? What do you think? Is that good or what? All right, next, Blake Roscoe. Young man, come right on up. Blake is 12 years old. Blake Roscoe, we are delighted to have you here tonight, sir.
Thanks.
Can you tell us a little bit about your idea?
Well, my idea is called The Encourager, and basically we send notes in between kids from elementary school, and we send notes to encourage them and show them what respect is, and then they send notes back saying how they're doing in school and how they're learning from it.
Now, Blake, you're already doing this, aren't you?
Yes.
And you're doing it at your school?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
Good.
Good. Don't you feel good too hearing that? I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen. When I was 12 years old, I wasn't thinking like that. Let's give them a warm round of applause. Congratulations. Cassidy Klutz, please come on down. Cassidy, 17 years old, welcome. Delighted to have you here tonight. Tell us a little bit about your idea.
So my idea was to go to different schools or clubs, anyone that would really have me, and I was going to give a presentation about respect, and that presentation, I already made it, and it consists of 3 pieces. It's self-respect, respect of others, and respect of your environment. And those 3 come together to form the general idea of respect. So I wanted to go to elementary schools or to the 4-H club or the Rotary Club to speak.
What do you think of that idea, ladies and gentlemen? Let's hear from the Catalyst Club. We had 2 submissions this year that were selected in part of this final round that actually came from groups of people. So representing the Catalyst Club is Caitlin Roscoe. Come right on up, Caitlin, a little closer to the microphone. There you are. And tell us a little bit about what the Catalyst Club has proposed.
So the Catalyst Club is doing a craft fair to raise money for a charity of our choice. We're going to try something local this year. This is our 3rd time doing the craft fair. What we do, it unites people together for a common goal to spread respect.
About how many people are in the Catalyst Club who participate in this?
I would say around 20 to 30. It varies
Wow.
on meeting times.
Outstanding. Thank you for submitting that idea and for the good work you guys are doing. I'm going to ask Deanna Torres to come right on up to the microphone.
Good evening, everyone. So my project consists of a multicultural event that inspired me. I was inspired because growing up, my cultures and traditions are very close to my heart within my family, and I always found myself having to drive to either Winston-Salem or Asheboro to be able to express that and be part of a group that I identified myself with. So my project is to bring that to Davie County, either it be a festival or a concert form, and just have an open platform for us to share our differences, whether that be with our arts, our cuisine, and then slowly embrace our differences and increase the level of respect within Davie.
And Deanna, you may have seen in the program the quote that we pulled out of your application. Not everyone shares the same beliefs or norms. However, we are all entitled to expression. Congratulations on a well thought out idea.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So next, I'm going to ask Jacob Chan to come forward. Jacob is here as a representative of the Sugar Valley Airport Civil Air Patrol Squadron. We also have a few other members of the squadron. Could you please stand and be recognized? This application came in. Jacob took the lead on helping put together the ideas of his peers. So I'm going to ask you to applaud for his peers, fellow members of the squadron. And Jacob, could you kindly tell us a little bit about the idea that you all proposed?
Yes, definitely. So hey guys, I'm Jacob Chan, 14. Our idea that we proposed was to have an event, perhaps annually, that would have several speakers, such as emergency services responders like police department, fire department, EMS, other Civil Air Patrol members, come talk about what they do, why they do it, and what respect means to them, and how also we want the people, the audience there to realize that not only are these people amazing, they're people in uniform who sacrifice their lives each and every day, but when they take off their uniform and get home, they're citizens of Davie County, and we want other people to realize that they too can respect their community.
Outstanding. Thank you very much. Next, I would like to call Josh Robinson.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Josh Robinson. I'm a senior, and I attend Davie County High School. And for my Respect project, I decided I was going to create wristbands that have the word respect in big, bold letters. And through the help of my teammates on the football team, we plan on using the pass it on method. So basically, when somebody asks us, hey, you have a wristband, what does that mean? We describe to them what respect means, whether that means, respecting your elders, your peers, your environment, even your country, and the list goes on and on. And from there, if they say, hey, where can I get one? We just take it straight off our wrist, hand it to the person, and we go straight back to the source where we get all of them.
Outstanding. Don't you love it? Next, I'm going to ask Journey, come right on up. Journey Bowman, ladies and gentlemen, tell us a little bit about your idea.
I want to get at school with a couple people and write cards and just say you are loved, you're cared for, and just give it out to people, and hopefully that it makes a difference in their self-esteem, and then it makes them feel that they are worthy and that they are wanted.
And you had the idea that if you put that out there and somebody received that letter and it made a difference in their day, it might also kindle their spirit to go out and try to make a difference in somebody else's day. Is that right?
Yes.
That's a great idea. Thank you for submitting it, and congratulations. So we've already heard from Caitlin. She submitted not only on behalf of the Catalyst Club, but she also had another idea that she put forward. So, ladies and gentlemen, back to the microphone, Caitlin Roscoe. Tell us about your idea that you submitted yourself.
So I had the idea to gather a group of youth and bring them to nursing homes in Davie County and to do different activities with the elderly people there. We are planning an event to carol in December, and we'll be doing different various activities with them, bingo, and then just talking with them, because I feel like it's very important that we unite the two different generations, because I feel like there's a divide between them, and I feel like that just talking and learning about different people, can gain respect there. I had a project in school where I had to interview a veteran, and I interviewed a World War II veteran. He just turned 100, and I learned so much just sitting down and talking to him, and that's where this idea came from. You can learn a lot more by just sitting and listening.
How many of us think there's merit in finding ways to bring the different generations in our societies together around a value like respect? I've been failing to point out the age of the young people. I hope you're seeing that in the program, because it is impressive. We don't have to be 35 years old to come up with a great idea. These are young people coming up with these outstanding ideas about how to increase that demonstration of respect. So next, let's hear from Keelan Oakes. Come right on up. Keelan, 15 years old. Yes, absolutely. So Keelan, come up a little bit closer and tell us about your idea.
Hello, I'm Keelan, and my idea is to get a group of students together from 3rd to 5th grade and create a children's book about respect, and they can put it in their libraries at school and the public library.
And when I was looking at that, you didn't want to just create the book yourself. You wanted to engage elementary school age kids in the process of writing that book. Is that
Yes.
right? So you have a particular passion for working with young people and teaching and writing. Is that a reasonable thing to say?
Yes.
Good. Well, we look forward to seeing what you do with that idea. Congratulations. Last year, Maddie Rogers put forward an idea that was recognized by the panel around a game that young people could play that would help foster respect. She called it Banishing Bias Bingo. It was wildly successful. She brought it forth to the middle schools in Davie County. But this is the kind of young lady who doesn't stop. So Maddie Rogers, returning again. Please come forward, Maddie, would you? So Maddie, tell us where you went this year with your submission. Go right ahead.
This year, my idea was all about driving respectfully. I want to go around and interview people like police officers, firefighters, EMTs, paramedics, insurance agents, and drivers of all ages and find their view on how to be respectful while on the roads. I want to take this information and display it through forms of media like YouTube, articles, and pamphlets that can show that just doing something bad or something illegal on the road isn't just illegal, it's also disrespectful.
Now, Maddie, are you already driving?
No, I am not.
But you're prepared, aren't you?
Yes.
Love the idea. Congratulations, Maddie. Thanks for applying again. Okay, thank you. And Mia Claire Myers, please come right on up. 12 years old, is that correct? Did I get that right? Well, tell us a little bit about your idea. Come up a little bit closer to the microphone. Perfect.
My idea was to use my Cricut machine to print out encouraging quotes and post them around my school. I use a sticker material called vinyl, and my machine prints out this vinyl and cuts it into little letters, and I can use those letters to form words and use those words to form encouraging quotes and post them around my school to not only encourage respect for people to have for themselves, but have respect for others.
Wow. I'm looking forward to that. A Cricut machine is this machine that allows you to create these letters out of vinyl? So you would do this yourself. You can create the signs and put them up and have some friends help you out? Mm-hmm. Outstanding. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Great work. Great work. So I'm going to ask Rachel Quantz to come and join us here, 15 years old. Rachel, come right on up to the microphone. Did we get it right? Right there? Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Tell us about your idea.
Hello, my name is Rachel, and my project idea was to create a central website that contains all the places in Davie County that are in need of service or volunteers to come and work. And these volunteers could go onto the website and get details about the organization and how they can help or what help is needed. With the volunteers giving service, it also spreads the respect around Davie County.
I like that you were thinking about two benefits. It wasn't just about helping those organizations get the resources they need in forms of volunteers, but it was also about giving those volunteers an opportunity to express their creative service. That's a great way of looking at things. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's invite Savannah Ivy to come up and tell us about your idea. Let's give her a round of applause. She waited till the very end for this. So let me raise that up just for you for a little bit. Tell us about your idea.
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Savannah, I'm 14 years old, and my idea was about respecting people in emergency medical situations. Being able to respect these people is something that I felt as though the community definitely needed to be informed on. It helps people that are civilians as us, and also the people that are helping them, and the people themselves.
Could you tell us a little bit, because I thought it was very interesting, you actually got that idea after having an experience of watching what happens when somebody needs medical attention.
So about a year ago, I was in the cafeteria eating lunch with all of my friends and everything, just as every other middle schooler does. And a classmate started to experience an emergency medical situation. Everyone knew that something was wrong, but nobody knew exactly what they could do or how to help this person. And with social media being how it is today, a lot of people have the immediate instinct of taking out their phones and trying to record things like this. After this happened, the person did actually get the care that they needed after this happened and everything, so they were fine. But it left me wondering, what more could I do? What more could we all do to help these people and help the people helping them too?
We're now going to ask for Jane Simpson. Jane is the executive director of the Davie Community Foundation, which has been an outstanding partner for the Davie Respect Initiative.
I have to say I'm really excited to see that Respect is alive and well in Davie County. Congratulations to each and every one of you. You want to be encouragers, you want to visit local nursing homes, you want to facilitate volunteerism, share words to inspire, encourage, motivate others. All of the project ideas that I read about and heard you speak about are wonderful ideas to make our community better, so thank you to each of you for that. The one idea of respect, though, that I didn't hear, which I thought was kind of interesting, that I see in the community is that if we really are going to show respect, we have to do what we say we're going to do. And so we have to complete what we commit to. And I want to challenge each of you, whether you are one of the 10, to please do what you've said you're going to do, because each of those will be wonderful additions to this community. So thank you for your ideas and for the efforts and for just thinking about respect. Our community will be better because of you. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you on this stage. Thanks.
So what I'm going to do now, Jane is absolutely right. Those ideas, every one of them that we've heard tonight, are doable. The panel had this task of going through all of these applications and figuring out, they evaluated them, the content of the idea itself, the feasibility of it, the likelihood that it could be implemented. The panel's already wrestled with this, and they said, yes, these ideas, they can absolutely be done. So everyone, as far as we're concerned, is a winner, because you put forth an idea that is doable, and we look forward to what you do in this community. I am now, yes, thank you very much. So I'm now going to call forward the 10 that were selected to receive the $1,000. We have a check that we would like to present to you. So I'm going to call you up one at a time if you're one of those 10, and join me seated here on the stage. So you'll come up, Jane will help me award you with a check, and then you'll sit right here, and we'll work all the way down until we have 10 chairs full. The good news is, you don't have to say anything else into this microphone, and you did great a few minutes ago. So I would first like to call Blake Roscoe, Cassidy Klutz, and on behalf of the Sugar Valley Civil Air Patrol Squadron, Jacob Chan, please come on up, sir. I would like to invite Josh Robinson to please join us on stage. Come on up, Josh. Journey Bowman, please join us up on stage. Maddie Rogers, could you please come forward? Next, I would like to call Mia Claire Myers. Rachel Quance, please join us on stage. And I would like to call Savannah Ivy. Please join us on stage. And finally, representing the Catalyst Club, Caitlin Roscoe, please join us up on stage. Outstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them all, as a group, one final round of applause. So all of us look forward to exactly what they do next, where these ideas go from here. The sky is the limit. I hope that all of us have gained what Mr. Settlemeyer told us about that inspiration from hearing these ideas and hearing where they come from. It's really fun for us to peek inside what these young people are thinking about, isn't it? And I'd also like to say, if you are a parent, if you had a young person up on the stage tonight, would you stand and be recognized? So if you are inspired by what you heard tonight, get involved. See, there are plenty of ways to help spread the word. There are also opportunities for giving. If you would like to make a contribution, you can do so through the Davie Community Foundation, which again has been an instrumental partner in this project. So there's information about the Davie Community Foundation on the table as well. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, the thing to do is to continue celebrating with some food and drink prepared in the back of the room. I would encourage each of you, if you don't know some of these young people you saw on the stage tonight, come up, shake their hand, tell them what you thought, and start a conversation. It has been an absolute pleasure and honor to hear these great ideas. Thank you for what you are doing, not just for Davie County, but for the future. Congratulations to each of you.